Hey there! In this video I'm going to show you how to clone people. I'll be using Final Cut Pro 10, but obviously the same exact concepts apply also for other video editors. Now first I'll show you how to clone people using the not so good method, then I'll show you a better method.
I don't think I can say the same thing about you. Alright, take care. Alright, bye-bye.
Then I'll show you the best way to do it.
Rafi from Syncopa Productions.
Oh no. My name is Rafi Sar from Syncopa Productions.
Excuse me, but I'm Rafi Sar from Syncopa Productions.
Which one of you here is Rafi Sar? He owes me $1,000. And I'll show you also how we can solve some problems. We will start easy and get more and more advanced as we go along. So first, the not so good method is by using a green screen. I don't recommend you do that because you won't get as good results as you will with other methods, but in some cases that's your only option. One such case is when one clone will be overlapping another one. And also if you're not using Final Cut Pro like I am, but you have something like iMovie or another simple movie editor and it supports green screen but it doesn't support masks, then that may be your only option. So let me show you what I have. So one clip here, you have me playing soccer and at some point I'm throwing the ball and then I shot myself in front of a green screen. Okay, and then I'm looking at the back. So I've already prepared those two clips one on top of the other and I put markers to align the point where I'm throwing the ball and here looking at the back, so I know that those two have to be at the same time. Now I shot this green screen outside in the sun in the same direction as the other clip and I've done this on purpose so that the shade we get from the sun on my face will be exactly the same as the one we got on the other clip, so it's more realistic. Okay, so let's apply the green screen effects. I have an effects preset which puts the keyer and the mask all at once. There's another video in my channel where you can see how I do that. Okay, so let's draw the mask really quickly. And we'll fix this color. And my pants are see-through, so let's fix that as well. Okay, I can see right away that I'm too dark compared to the other guy. So let's add a color correction right here. And let's make this lighter. Okay, I think that's not bad. Okay, let's take a look. I'm going to move the front guy a little bit to the right. And let's take a look. Okay, well, that was easy, but again, you can tell that it's a green screen, it's not so realistic, so that's not the best way to do cloning. So how do you do cloning? So before I show you the other examples, a few rules when shooting your scene. First of all, you must absolutely put your camera on a tripod and you cannot move it at all throughout shooting of these scenes. You must shoot all the different scenes of the different clones all at once, because again, if you start and stop filming, your camera will move a tiny bit and you cannot have that. You must have all the shots aligned correctly, and that's why you must absolutely use a tripod and not move your camera at all. Also, if you can control your lighting, that's the best. I'm going to show you examples where I'm shooting outside and inside using sunlight, and you can see how this can cause a problem. So if you can control your own lighting, that's the best. Also, if you can fix your focus, it's also good because if you have autofocus turned on, you will see also slight movements of the camera. So with that, let me show you the following example. Okay, so I have here one clip where I shot both clones. So this is the first one.
Hey buddy, how you doing? Hey, I have to say, you're looking good.
Okay, you can see that I'm waiting to hear the response of the other clone. So you have to know exactly what each clone is going to say and plan ahead and wait and act out the correct response for the other clone which currently is not here. Okay, and then I'm moving to the side and filming the next guy.
Yeah, long time no see. Yeah, although I don't think I can say the same thing about you.
Okay, so I've already taken those two pieces here from this clip and I put them one on top of the other. Now I've used the audio waveform here, you can see here and here, to align those correctly. So when I have silence here, I know the other guy is speaking. And here I have silence, so the other guy is speaking. And I filmed it pretty good. So I've timed it pretty good when I filmed it so that I don't have to make any fixes. So now how can we see both guys? So the easy way is to use cropping. So now the simple method is to film while you have something that splits your image in two. So I have here this wooden pole here and it's pretty straight. So let's try and use cropping. Okay, so I'm going to crop the top image so that we can see both guys.
Hey buddy, how you doing? Yeah, long time no see. Yeah.
Okay, so this works pretty well. Now you can see this line, but wood has those kinds of lines, so it works actually pretty well. You can also go and apply some color correction to the right side so that both will look more alike. Okay, now let me undo this and instead we'll go and use a mask. So I'm going to apply a mask to the top image and I can apply the mask exactly according to the line of this pole. And then you won't even see that. Okay, let's take a look.
Hey buddy, how you doing? Yeah, long time no see. Yeah, I have to say, you're looking good. Yeah, although I don't think I can say the same thing about you. Alright, take care. Alright, bye-bye.
Okay, so this works very, very well. So when you use a mask, you define the shape of this line, and by using something in your image, you can make it so that it's not visible. Now again, if you add some color correction here to make it a little bit brighter, maybe add a tiny bit of yellow, it will look more like this shot. Okay, now let me show you another example where I have not 2 but 4 clones. Okay, so again, I shot everything in one single clip. I have myself sitting here on the sofa and reacting to the other clones which are not yet on the scene because it's me. Okay, I have the other guy on the left, third guy on the right, and the fourth guy is walking in. Now take a look at the microphone here on the table. It's also moving. Okay, now it's here, now it's to the left, now it's all the way on the right, and now it's in the middle. And that means that I'm going to have to cut the table at some point because I'm going to use the right side of the table from one image and the left side of the table from another image. Okay, so I've already taken the specific parts and I've put them one on top of another. You can see that this one starts late, and I've already put markers where I know that they all have to react to the end, to the last question. Okay, one guy is pointing to the left, this guy is pointing to the right, and this guy will be hiding behind a book. Okay, and they all react to what this guy just said. So I put this marker, but I'm going to have to do some more work to time everything correctly. Okay, first I'm going to disable the top 2 clips so that I'll be working with those 2, and we're going to add a mask to this guy. Okay, so the trick is to use the lines that you have in your environment to put your mask points so that it won't be so visible. Okay, the problem will be when you have blank areas like, let's say, the white wall right here, and you'll see that later on. So let me start by using the sofa here. Okay, right now I have no choice but to cut the wall, but whenever I can I go around by using items in my environment, and that way if there is a change in lighting you will not see it. Okay, let's close this off, and there you go.
Hi, my name is Rafi Sar from Syncopa Productions.
Now you may have thought that it was better to put the mask at this dark area, and I thought so as well. However, when I'm sitting here, the dark area drops, and when I shot the middle guy, the dark area was more to the right. So I found that if I cut the sofa somewhere here, you don't really see it so well. Okay, so that works fine. Now let me enable this clip and let's add another mask here. Okay, so let's cut around the table and once again use those lines as much as we can. Now, one thing that's important to note also when you're filming, you have to plan ahead where each clone will be sitting or standing and make sure that they stay in their own location. So I knew that I was going to have a mask here cutting between the pillows of the sofa. So you can see that I've kept my hand close to myself so it doesn't accidentally move over to the other side. Now, small movements we can fix and I'll show it to you later. But if it were a bigger movement and one clone is overlapping the other guy, we would have a problem. Okay, let's take a look how all those 3 look.
My name is Rafi Sar from Syncopa Productions.
Oh, no. My name is Rafi Sar from Syncope Productions. Excuse me. Okay, we can see we have to fix some timings here. We'll do that in a moment. But you can also see the color difference here in the wall between the right side and the middle side. Okay, see how the one on the right is much lighter. My name is Rafi Sar from Syncope Productions. Okay, so we're going to fix that very soon. And actually, this guy should move over here. Okay, now let's enable the last clip. And here, as I said, because I have the microphone here on the right, I need to use this part of the table from the top clip. So I have no choice, but I'm going to have to cut the table in two. Okay, so let's add a mask. Let's go between the books somewhere here. And let's go all the way to the corner. And again, use the sofa. I can cut in the black here. I don't think it will be seen that much. And use this picture on the wall. And we're done. Okay, now let's go and fix the color changes. Now the color change between the first and the second are not so visible, so I think we can leave it as is. That's pretty good. But this one we absolutely have to fix. So let's go to the third clip. Hit Command 6 to go to the color correction tool. And we're going to make this a little bit darker. Okay, that's pretty good. Now if we play it...
My name is Rafi Sar from Syncope Productions.
Oh, no. My name is Rafi Sar from Syncope Productions. Excuse me. See what happens. As we play, this line becomes visible again. And that's because the sun and the clouds are moving, and this becomes a problem. So again, this is why I said before, if you can control your own lighting, you should do it. If you're using sunlight, you can have a problem. So the way to solve this is to split the clip, make another color correction, and add a cross dissolve between the two. I'm going to do it just once. If it's not perfect, you could do it multiple times. The reason we have to do it is because color corrections are not keyframeable, unfortunately. Whoa, wait a minute. This video was made in 2017 with Final Cut Pro 10.3. But since then, Apple added new color correction tools, and now you can keyframe those. So for instance, let's say I'm making a color change right here. I get the option to add a keyframe right away. So let me add a keyframe here. Let's jump ahead and make it darker. I'll change the color and add saturation. And now if I play it, we can see this change over time. That's wonderful. So what I'm showing here is the old way of doing it. So let's see a spot where the color is changing.
Oh, no. My name is Rafi Sar from Syncope Productions.
Somewhere here. So I'm going to split the clip and let's go somewhere at the end. And I have to make this lighter again. Something like that. And now add a cross dissolve between the two. And let's see how it looks.
Hi, my name is Rafi Sar from Syncope Productions.
Oh, no. My name is Rafi Sar from Syncope Productions.
Excuse me, but I'm Rafi Sar from Syncope.
Okay, I don't think it's perfect. Maybe we have to change a spot where we make this change, and maybe we need more than one splits, but that's the way you can fix it. Okay, now let's take a look at the change in the color in the wall right here on top and add this diagonal line on the table.
Sar from Syncope Productions. Excuse me, but I'm Rafi Sar.
Okay, so clearly the table here is lighter and also the wall on top. So let's fix this one. So here we need this to be a little bit darker. Okay, something like this is good for most of the table, but we still have a little problem right here. Now, if you want to fix that, you will need to add a second color correction. Okay, so I add a correction, and in this case, I don't want to change everything again. I just want this area. So therefore, I need to add a shape mask. Okay, so let's move it over here, and let's make it much smaller. Let's turn this according to the diagonal line. Let's first turn off this mask. Okay, I can see that it actually has to be larger. Now let's turn off this mask and make our correction. Okay, I think you got the idea. If let's say on the wall on top you would see again another change in color, we would need to add another color correction and add a mask just for that area. So for now I think that's fine. Now we have to fix the timing. So I'll show you now how to do one, and then I'll fast forward and do the others.
Hi, my name is Rafi Sar from Syncope.
Let's look at the head right here.
No. My name is Rafi Sar from...
Okay, the head is turning too soon. So I need the head to remain on this side a little more. So one way to do it is to cut the clip here and add a freeze frame. But I prefer to change the speed, and Final Cut Pro has a blade speed tool. If you hit Shift B right before the head turns, and now let's go somewhere here just when I finish turning my head.
Oh, no.
Like this, and hit Shift B again. Okay, now we can stretch this part all the way until we really need the head to turn. Okay, also I'm going to make these clips smaller.
No. My name is Rafi Sar from Syncope Productions. Excuse me, but I'm...
Okay, now we'll look at the waveform. I can see the bottom one that the left guy stops speaking here. The third guy starts here. So let me move all of this somewhere here.
Productions. Excuse me.
Okay. Okay, let's take a look.
Syncope Productions. Excuse me.
Too late.
Productions. Excuse me.
Okay, this is good. So what I've done is use blade speed at the beginning and the end of the part where I want the head to remain in one place, and then I've stretched this part until where I actually want the head to turn. Okay, so now I'm going to fix the timings for the rest of these clips. I'm going to fast forward and we'll continue right after that. Okay, as you can see, I put markers already in advance where everyone is doing their own reaction to the last line, and I've pretty much aligned them, and this is how it looks. Now the top clip starts too late and I have to fit it in because otherwise you can see the microphone. So I simply go to the top one and we add a freeze frame like this. Now let's put it back in place and have it start all the way at the beginning. Now we can add some music to it, and let's take a look.
Hi, my name is Rafi Sar from Syncope Productions. Oh, no. My name is Rafi Sar from Syncope Productions. Excuse me, but I'm Rafi Sar from Syncope Productions.
Which one of you here is Rafi Sar? He owes me $1,000. Alright, I think this is excellent. Okay, now I want to show you one more thing. Now what do you do if you need the same place to be used by both clones? Okay, let's say here I have one guy coming out of the house and then waving, and then another guy is coming, waving back, and then going into the house through the same door that the first one came out. So this area here, the door, the entrance to the house, will be used by both clones. So here I put both clips again, one on top of the other, and I put a marker at the spot where they wave to each other, so I know that this is aligned. And again, let's put a mask to the top one, and we'll do as we did before. We'll use a pole. Now see what happens. Because the mask is part of the left guy, the guy on the right suddenly just shows up out of thin air. Okay, so that's no good. So how do we fix this? Well, it's not so complicated. I go to the first point where I see the right guy all the way, and we're going to keyframe those masking points. Now we have 4 control points on this mask, but we're not going to keyframe all of them. We just put one keyframe for everything. Then I go 1 frame back, and now I'm going to take this mask and move it all the way as much as possible. Why do I do it as much as possible and not just move it all the way to the door? Because if you'll take a look, when the guy comes out of the house, there is some shadow on the floor, and the shadow makes the floor here darker. And if I put the mask all the way here, you would see it darker on the right and lighter on the left. So I put it as much as I can to the left so that the shadow will be part of the right image as well. And now let's take a look. Alright, this is excellent. Okay, the mask is moving. If you pay attention, there is a slight coloring change right here, but it's not so visible. So that's how you do it. Okay, so you've seen a few methods to clone people. Okay, so you can use a green screen, but I don't recommend that. You can use cropping if you can use straight lines. But the best method is if you use a mask and put the control points in existing lines in your environment. So that's why it's better to film in an environment that has lots of stuff going on and has less clean areas with a plain color, because as we've seen, when you have such areas and you cut them, you will see a difference in color. But when you have lots of stuff going on, you can hide the mask between those things. And again, as I said in the beginning, make sure you put the camera on a tripod and the camera doesn't move and you film everything in one shot, and make sure you plan ahead. That's key to your success. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Check out our other videos and please subscribe to this channel. Also, check out our website to see everything else we do and to get discounts for any of my courses. If you have any questions or would like us to cover a specific topic in a future video, please leave a comment below. See you next time!